Today we got a matchup between Tifa Lockhart, who I'll be piloting. This is a Lands Matter Landfall deck where we try to knock out our opponent on commander damage, but if not, we have some other big creatures that can get the job done. And our opponent, who I'm not even going to try to read the name of, I'm just going to call her Asmoran, and she tries to control the board, gets this Underworld cookbook out. It's kind of a fun deck. We'll see if I can't pull off a win today. Well, we'll see if I can't pull off 2 wins today. Here's our opening hand. Our only play really is Tifa, but I think I'm going to keep, and we'll see if we can't get a win. We'll go ahead and open with Centaur Garden and pass the turn. Oh, our opponent's going first, so they're going to open with Blazemire Verge. And then they'll play an Evoked Grief. So they're going to exile a black card from their hand. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals their hand. You choose an online card from it. That player discards that card. Darn, we're going to lose Blossoming Defense probably. No, Nature's Lore. Interesting. Okay. And then that creature will be sacrificed as it was evoked. And they'll pass to us. Now I'll open with a forest. We drew into the Questing Beast, which just is so good of a card. But we got nothing else, so we'll go ahead and pass the turn. Our opponent to play Boggart Bog, and then we draw into 3 visits, which I think we're going to go ahead and play a forest and then play that 3 visits. Well, I think we hang on to the 3 visits and see if we can't trigger Tifa a bunch of times in a single turn to get her super huge. So we'll hang on to the 3 visits, and we'll just play a forest and then pass. Verdant Catacombs from our opponent into Badlands, and then a Dusk Legion Zealot, so they'll draw a card and lose a life. And then they'll Mountain Cycle the Oliphant. They'll get a Raucous Theater. We draw into Lazatop Query, and we'll go ahead and play the Query. We'll use it to play Tifa and leave Blossoming Defense up. Orcish Bowmasters from our opponent, 1 damage to the face. Raucous Theater enters, and our opponent will Surveil 1. We'll go ahead and put a Windswept Heath down. It'll grow Tifa slightly, but we're not going to attack yet. We're just going to get as many things out as we can and then swing for victory, hopefully later being able to protect her with the Blossoming Defense if our opponent has some kind of a targeted removal. And we'll pass back to our opponent. Monument to Endurance. Whenever you discard a card, choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. Draw a card, create a treasure, or each opponent loses 3 life. Oh wow, really good with Asmoran. She's got a bunch of like faithless looting type effects, so lots of card advantages out there. And then a Greedy Freebooter. Alright, I think we've got lethal actually right now as our opponent is tapped out. So I'm going to go ahead and play Blossoming Defense on Tifa to give her +2. That'll make her 3. Then we'll sack Windswept Heath. We'll get Dryad Arbor. When it enters, Tifa will double. Play 3 visits. Get a forest. Double Tifa again. Then play Broker's Hideout for turn. Double Tifa again. The hideout to be sacrificed, gaining us a life, and we'll get another forest. Doubling Tifa again. And then we'll go to combat, as this is lethal. Our opponent to block, but that's only 4 of it. So we'll assign combat damage, lethal to each creature, and then the rest to Asmoran. And that'll get us a turn 1 or a game 1 win. Alright, back for game 2. Asmoran has elected to go first as they lost the first game. And this is our opening hand. I think that's good enough to keep Keen-Eyed Curator. Great card that only costs 2 for a 3/3 body, and it can get +4/+4 and trample if we've exiled 4 different card types. So that's a good backup plan for if Tifa gets removed. We'll go ahead and keep. Our opponent will open with a Blackcleave Cliffs, and then a Carrion Feeder. We draw into Ghost Quarter, so I think we go ahead and play a Forest, and then pass the turn. Urza's Saga from our opponent, and the Carrion Feeder to attack for 1. No blocks, so we'll go down to 19, and then we draw into Forge of Heroes. I think we play the Wooded Foothills and sack it just to get the Keen-Eyed Curator out. Get a Forest, and pass the turn. An Evoked Fury, so that's probably going to remove the Keen-Eyed Curator and deal damage to us. Oh, I thought it could do multiple targets. Oh, creatures and planeswalkers only. Okay. That's alright. And they're going to go ahead and play Gamble. They had to discard an Oliphant, so probably not the card they got. Oh no, they discarded Dismember. Also likely not the card they got. And they'll get Badlands with the Oliphant. And then now we'll see Asmoran hit the battlefield. And she'll go ahead and search up the Underworld Cookbook and put it to hand. And we'll play the Promising Vein. And with that, we'll pass the turn. I really want to get this Forge of Heroes off, so we'll pass the turn to our opponent. Urza's Saga is going to get them the Currency Converter. And then our opponent to attack for 4. And now we'll see the Underworld Cookbook hit the battlefield. We draw into Hapatra's Mark. We'll go ahead and play the Forge of Heroes. Bring Tifa out for 2. And then we'll go ahead and put a plus counter on her, leaving Ranger's Guile, or probably Hapatra's Mark up actually, and pass the turn. Asmoran in for 3. No blocks, so we'll go down to 11. Then we'll see a Seasoned Pyromancer enter the battlefield. And then they'll activate the Converter to draw a card and discard a card. Looks like they're going to get rid of the Oval Chase Daredevil, so I think they're going to make a 2/2 Black Rogue. Yeah. It's going to be our go. Again, our opponent is tapped out. So I think we've got lethal again. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the win by playing Mutagenic Growth. We'll target Tifa. We'll use our life to give her +2. She goes up to 4/5. We'll target her again with the Ranger's Guile to give her +1. 5/6. We'll go ahead and play the Escape Tunnel for turn. That'll double her to 10. Sack the Escape Tunnel to go ahead and get a land. Get a Forest to the battlefield, tap, doubling Tifa to 20. And then we'll sack the Promising Vein, getting another Forest to the battlefield, doubling her to 40. And then we'll go ahead and swing for 40 with Tifa. Our opponent to block with everything they can. And now our opponent's searching for some answers, using the Currency Converter as well as the Underworld Cookbook. They're going to get the Oval Chase Daredevil back from graveyard to hand, so that doesn't really affect anything. And then we'll deal lethal damage to each of these creatures, and the remaining 38 to the face. Oh, 36, right. And that'll net us a 2-0 win.
YouTube thinks you'll like the video in the top right. Otherwise, you could check out one of the playlists on the bottom. If you liked the video, consider subscribing by clicking the button in the top left. And if you want to support the channel, you can do so by giving this video a thumbs up or leaving a comment with your thoughts below. Thanks for watching and have a great day.